Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, I was actually showing you my journey from Nairobi to Thika to Madogo to Mwingi, and later I slept at Nguni. That was like a 220 kilometers journey done in one day. And today I just woke up. I have 160 kilometers to Garissa. So one thing that is unique with today is that I am actually cycling through the desert, and it's getting hotter and hotter. Right now it's still going to be at least let me say warm, because the sun is not yet out. So the sun is just rising, and I'm looking ahead to actually meet some really arid climate. Come with me and let's explore. So you can see the rest of the road as we proceed going that way to Garissa. It's going to be flattish, so there is no elevation here. The only challenge that is here is the hot climate, and then some areas actually there are no people, so I needed to be prepared, like I hydrate properly. And I started at around 4. Okay, I woke up at 4, and then I started around 5, and it's now that I'm meeting the first town after Nguni. Actually, it's not really much of a town. It is a shopping center called Ukasi. And we are still in Kitui County, but will not be in Kitui County for long. So some people have been asking if I was doing this alone, or how many days I took. You see, for me, I'm used to doing this kind of thing. I'm actually going to new territories, that is like going through an arid area like this one. This is not something you just wake up and you venture into. And you can see even people are wondering, who is this guy? Where is he going to with the bicycle? And he's alone. Yes, there is absolutely no reason why you should be fearing that insecurity or anything. If anything, they think you just are nobody. You're not having anything that will help them. If there are people who are looking to actually mug you or attack you, I didn't see any up to this point. And also you need to know one thing: even if you worked so hard to reduce your chances of dying, at the end of the day you still die. People have died in the plane, people have died in people have died in places. So you will still die. The means of dying is what is different. You can even die in your deathbed. You can die in a plane or wherever place.
Aya, ulisema uliumia.
I was talking to somebody on phone here. So these people, as you can see, most of them they are charcoal burners, or they deal in charcoal most of the time, because that is the biggest thing that they are probably able to sell. I've just done like 60. I'm looking to get to around 80, and actually we are done with I'm actually at the border between Kitui and Tana R County. Yeah, actually when I was getting here I was already done at around 90. So I was looking to do another 30 so that I stop at Bangali. People have been whistling at me, calling me. Even there's guys who stopped me to ask me questions, like they were surprised I'm cycling. What am I cycling to? Oh, like, what is my source of income? They're surprised. Yes, they were just curious. Nobody stopped me because it's a bandit or anything. They're just surprised. They wanted to know a lot about me. So some sections of the road, it's under construction. The road here is not well constructed, so because of heavy trucks, some section of it was actually getting destroyed, especially because of floods. So I finally got to Bangali, where I was stopping to take breakfast, done 120, and then I'll be remaining with the 40 to Garissa. But the 40 is going to be hell on earth. This guy is mocking me, wants to ride. We exchanged the tuk-tuk and the bike. So Bangali is the major town, and then from here is all the way up to Garissa. I did take some tea and chapatis, then soda. I packed because now from here going onwards, I knew very well and not get a place to stop, and it's going to be very hot. Even a place to shelter from the sun is going to be tricky. And so I get to my past Madogo Y Bridge, and then we're going to a place called so you can see from here it's really starting to look now like a real desert. So these are some of the areas where floods destroyed, and you see, because the road wasn't constructed properly, it was carried away by the floods. So the road gave away, and this one is still working to construct it. Still there'll be another section as we proceed ahead. So if you intend to do this on a road bike, just come prepared. There'll be an off-road section, though not big, but needs to be aware of it. And then we go back to the straight and the flat road. You can see there are people, they're just surprised with this guy, and they are very harmless. They don't see any way of stopping you or anything. They're equally surprised to see you. They rarely see people like me, so there's no need to be alarmed. You will just see pastoralists with their camels. So we are actually going to this area called just before Kaabso, and this is one big section where the floods really affected the road. Actually, transport was hindered completely until when the floods subsided. So if you are watching this maybe on Twitter, you will have seen these things being circulated there. There was actually a tweet by Kenha where they addressed the issue that they are notifying the public that traffic flow along Bangali and the Madogo road has been affected by floods. The affected area is at Bangali town to Tula, 31 kilometers, or 41 to Kaabso and Abakik. So sections of that road, they were actually affected by floods, and it really looked very bad, because you probably needed something like would you imagine that in a desert it floods, and now you need something like a boat to actually cross over? Because again, another thing, you don't know the extent of the damage because see, this stomach is was done is very shallow, and it was just carried away. So right now they are constructing that road. I think they are raising it up so that next time this thing happens, the floods happens, this won't happen again. You see, this is a flat area, so when floods come, they can really be very devastating. So from here, I was remaining after just getting to Abakik, similar to Habakkuk on the Bible if you are a Christian. So getting to Abakik, I think I found a shop at Abakik and bought a soda, but there was Mzee there. He refused M-Pesa until I had to beg him. And then he accepted to take my M-Pesa. He was saying, oh, you know, Ruto taxes, oh, they are now in M-Pesa and everything. So I had to add 10 bob on top. Yeah, like this is a hardship area. You need to come with money, cash money, if you want to survive here in the middle, until you get to a place like the major towns. But here, if you wanted to buy something, if in case you saw a shop, you need cash money. But it's past lunchtime, and I'm really struggling to get to Garissa. And then finally, less than 15 kilometers, I get to the junction way bridge. So at least here there is hopes of me getting to Garissa. I'm very exhausted, dehydrated a bit, because even the water that I'm carrying is now hot, and even by the ground was actually evaporating water. So this is the Kafi Junction. This is the road now that takes you to places like if you check on your map, places like Tula, and then from Tula you go all the way to Hola, go to Bura, then Hola, Garsen, all that way as you go back to Malindi, Mombasa. So there's a checkpoint here. Yeah, you can see the authorities here, they don't have issues. Just a cyclist, they just know, you didn't come from far, and you don't need to be talking much. So from here it's still sort of like some 10 kilometers, almost 10, to Garissa town, but we are almost there. It should be a drop because there is a river, there is the Tana River as you get into Garissa County, but because of the headwinds, now here there is the headwinds, you can't really drop much. Yes, but looks like a good place. If you live in Garissa, this is a good place to come and actually cycle during the afternoon. I really envy people who stay in Garissa and they are cyclists. I don't know if they are cyclists. If you are also an athlete, you can also come and run here. Yes, so I guess this place is like this because of mining that goes around this area. And we are almost there. This is Madogo town. Actually, I was told I went to Garissa and I was looking for Total Energies to take a photo there. I didn't get. I was told the only Total Energies is at Madogo, which I'd already left behind. And some of you, they don't know Madogo. You only know of Garissa. So I had to go to Garissa and find any other place to take a photo to actually show that I was actually in Garissa, or I actually go to Garissa. Less than let me say less than 4 kilometers, or should I say 3, to get to Garissa town. Someone might as well as get here and give up getting to Garissa, just saying, Garissa is far, why can't I get there? Then you will always find women crossing. They are not used to seeing cyclists, so it just thinks this guy is not even moving. So that's why somebody can cross the road majestically like that. And here we are. There is a very big section that is under construction here, just as you get into Garissa town, and it is very, very, very dusty. I don't know when they'll be finishing it. So if it was a good idea for me to come here with a mountain bike or an MTB, if you are planning to come to this place, it will be advisable that you come with a gravel bike or an MTB for that matter, because you see like this one is almost like 2 kilometers that is off-road. And the way I know some of you with the road bikes, probably you are coming with the road bike that can't really do off-roads as much, but you need to be prepared. And also this place can be very, very, very dusty. And that is how they welcome you into Garissa. They don't care. Yes, still in an off-road section. Before now we finally get to the tarmac into Garissa town. Finally we are crossing Tana River and we are getting into Garissa town. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe for more videos I'll be posting here.